Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean of possibilities, each wave representing a potential opportunity, yet only a few ever reach shore. Most people stand by, paralyzed by indecision or fear, missing the chance to make their move. What separates those who conquer the vastness of this ocean from those who never dive in? It's not always about talent, luck, or even preparation. It's about knowing when and how to ask for what you need. The simple act of asking with clarity and purpose can turn an ocean of opportunities into a series of tangible, achievable goals. This is where success begins, and it's the foundational principle that drives every great achievement. From Steve Jobs' early phone call to Bill Hewlett to your own potential breakthrough. Let's explore how asking, done right, can unlock doors you never even knew existed. Let's dive in. At the heart of many great success stories lies a deceptively simple yet profoundly transformative principle: just ask. This idea, championed by thinkers like Jim Rohn, Dale Carnegie, and Adam Grant, is often the missing link between effort and reward. Despite working hard and staying committed, countless individuals fall short of their goals simply because they never articulate what they truly want. Research in social psychology confirms this. People regularly underestimate how willing others are to help when asked. Consider the example of a young Steve Jobs who at age 12 boldly called Bill Hewlett to request spare parts for a project. Not only did Hewlett send the parts, he offered Jobs a summer job, setting him on the path to Silicon Valley legend. One bold request opened a door most people wouldn't even knock on. But asking isn't just a moment of courage, it's a skill, a craft. Dale Carnegie wrote extensively about the power of human connection and the importance of asking with empathy and clarity. Today, experts like Adam Grant echo that sentiment, emphasizing that those who ask with specificity and intention tend to receive far more support. In the world of negotiation, leaders such as Chris Voss stress the value of being direct yet respectful, key traits in effective asking. Whether it's in business, networking, or personal growth, the success rate skyrockets when requests are well-framed and purposeful. Wayne Baker's research puts it plainly. 70 to 90% of help is given in response to people who actually ask for it. So while Jim Rohn rightly emphasized the art of asking, his insight joins a chorus of voices reminding us that in a world full of opportunity, the boldest step we can take might simply be to speak up and ask. To truly ask for what you want. Clarity is non-negotiable. Countless studies emphasize that clearly defined goals significantly boost your chances of achieving them. In one notable study from the Dominican University of California, participants who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to accomplish them. Why? Because clarity turns vague dreams into focused objectives. Without it, the act of asking, whether from others, the universe, or even yourself, lacks direction. Take career goals, for example. Wanting a better job is too broad to act on. But if you say, I want to be a marketing manager in a sustainability-focused tech startup, making $80,000 plus within the next year, you now have a target you can communicate, pursue, and ask for specifically. Influential thinkers like Napoleon Hill and Simon Sinek have long stressed this. Know your definite chief aim, or start with why. Without clarity, even the strongest ambition stalls. That's where the power of asking meets the promise of receiving. The principle, ask and you shall receive, often referenced in both religious texts and motivational speeches, holds real psychological weight. Studies in social behavior, like the work of Vanessa Bones from Cornell University, reveal that people are significantly more likely to say yes to a request than we assume. The bottleneck isn't unwillingness, it's failure to ask. Anecdotes from successful entrepreneurs, creatives, and professionals often include that pivotal moment when they asked for help, mentorship, funding, or collaboration, and doors open. Yet, this ability isn't purely instinctive. While some people naturally advocate for themselves, many hard-working individuals fall behind simply because they never speak up. Jim Rohn pointed out that being a good worker isn't enough. You also have to be a good asker. And today's data agrees. Communication, self-advocacy, and goal articulation are the differentiators in careers and life. In short, effort creates movement, but asking gives it purpose. The moment you ask, whether in a conversation, written down, or spoken silently to yourself, you activate a powerful internal engine. It's not just a passive wish, but a trigger that sets your mental, emotional, and even practical faculties into motion. Research in social psychology suggests that asking can not only strengthen your clarity of purpose, but also build bridges of connection and reciprocity. Neuroscientific studies back this up, especially around the brain's reticular activating system, RAS, which begins to filter the world differently once a goal has been named. Suddenly, the opportunities, people, or resources needed seem to appear, not because they magically materialized, but because your awareness is now tuned to them. Visionaries like Oprah Winfrey and Elon Musk aren't just lucky, they're intentional askers. They know that defining what you want and voicing it clearly sets off a sequence of alignment between thought, action, and outcome. Asking for mentorship, collaboration, or even just guidance isn't a sign of weakness. It's the spark that lights the path forward. Yet far too often, people stop themselves before that spark can catch. They get caught in the quicksand of overthinking, trying to figure out every possible outcome before making a single move. Behavioral economics calls this analysis paralysis, and it's a silent dream killer. Take entrepreneurship, for instance. Some folks spend years perfecting a business plan, analyzing market gaps and forecasting risks, but never actually ask potential customers for feedback. Meanwhile, others with half the information take the leap, ask for help or partnerships, and iterate as they go. Jeff Bezos famously said, "You don't need to have everything figured out to begin," and that attitude is echoed in Jim Rohn's teachings. Don't wait for perfection, just start. Action trumps speculation every time. Whether it's learning a language, advancing your career, or launching a project, those who ask boldly and take even imperfect steps move faster and further than those who sit still, staring at the roots. Life rewards the pickers, not the ponderers. Receiving is a natural part of human interaction. People are inherently inclined to give, and research in social psychology highlights the principle of reciprocity, suggesting that humans feel a sense of obligation to return favors when they receive something. This tendency to reciprocate is a fundamental aspect of human behavior and forms the basis for the process of receiving. For instance, when someone asks for help, others are often more than willing to lend a hand, whether it's a friend offering to help with a move or a colleague offering advice on a project. This indicates that the capacity to receive support and resources is built into social dynamics. However, the process is contingent upon the ability to ask clearly and purposefully, triggering a cycle of giving and receiving. Studies also show that altruistic behavior, helping others without expecting something in return, is deeply ingrained, reinforcing the idea that receiving is a natural reciprocal process when initiated through a direct request. The primary obstacle to receiving, though, lies not in the scarcity of support, but in the failure to ask. Research on the bystander effect reveals that individuals are often less likely to offer help unless explicitly asked, especially when others are present. This hesitance can extend to various aspects of life, such as career growth or personal development. For instance, someone might need advice on a career change but fail to ask their network for informational interviews, missing out on invaluable insights and connections. The lack of asking creates missed opportunities that could otherwise lead to progress and fulfillment. Jim Rohn often emphasized the importance of asking with clarity and intention, noting that hard work alone isn't enough to propel success. This principle is mirrored in the example of the hardworking employee who consistently puts in long hours but fails to define their goals or seek guidance. Without asking for feedback, setting clear objectives, or requesting new challenges, this employee remains stagnant, unable to receive the opportunities or growth they could otherwise attain. Without the courage to ask and articulate specific desires, even the most diligent efforts can go unrecognized, leaving progress unfulfilled. Success is not a scarce resource. Rather, it's abundant and ever-expanding, much like an ocean. While the distribution of wealth and opportunities may vary, the global wealth pool continues to grow, with trillions of dollars in circulation worldwide. The increasing wealth across different sectors highlights that success, while requiring strategic planning and hard work, is not confined to a limited supply. The continuous evolution of industries driven by innovation is evidence that there is no shortage of opportunities. For example, the tech boom and the rise of the internet have generated countless avenues for wealth and personal achievement, demonstrating that success is abundant for those willing to tap into it. Studies on the abundance mindset further support this idea, showing that people who believe in limitless opportunities tend to be more open to collaboration and innovation, which ultimately increases their chances of success. However, the limitation to success often arises from having a small, confined vision. Research shows that while goals must be achievable, setting ambitious goals leads to higher levels of performance. The Pygmalion effect, where high expectations lead to improved results, illustrates that a small vision can severely limit what individuals and organizations can achieve. For instance, a business owner with a narrow teaspoon vision might focus only on local market growth, whereas an entrepreneur with a broader bucket vision would consider national or global expansion, disruptive strategies, and new product lines, thereby accessing far greater potential. Studies on entrepreneurial ambition reveal that startups with larger visions tend to attract more investment and talent, which are crucial for scaling success. In contrast, a limited vision keeps individuals stuck within small, predefined boundaries, stifling their ability to see and capitalize on more expansive opportunities. Adopting a larger capacity, embracing a bucket mindset, can unlock new realms of success. Research on leadership effectiveness highlights that visionary leaders, those who have a compelling, expansive vision, are more likely to inspire and motivate their teams to achieve remarkable results. A leader with a bucket vision will not only attract more resources, but also inspire their teams to go beyond what they initially thought possible. This approach is evident in philanthropy, where individuals who tackle global issues with a large-scale vision make a far greater impact than those focused on smaller, local problems. The concept of recognizing opportunity also ties back to this larger vision. individuals and organizations with a bucket mentality are more likely to notice and act upon opportunities that others, constrained by a teaspoon mentality, would miss. Thus, expanding your vision allows for a broader scope of success and personal achievement, reinforcing the abundance of opportunities available to those willing to think big. The two pillars of effective asking are asking with intelligence and asking with faith, both of which are essential to achieving desired outcomes. Asking with intelligence starts with clarity and specificity. Research on goal clarity shows a strong correlation between clearly defined goals and their successful achievement. In fact, studies by Locke and Latham reveal that individuals are over 80% more likely to achieve their goals when those goals are specific and challenging, as opposed to vague or broad. For instance, when negotiating a salary, asking for a precise amount, supported by industry benchmarks and your qualifications, is far more effective than simply requesting a better salary. Additionally, clarity is key not just in individual goals, but also within organizations. According to FounderJar, only 16% of employees clearly understand their company's priorities, indicating a widespread need for clear, specific requests. Well-defined goals act like magnets, pulling individuals toward success. Research on visualization further supports this, showing that vividly imagining a specific goal can significantly increase motivation and focus, making achievement more likely. For example, a project with clear objectives, timelines, and responsibilities is far more likely to succeed than one with ambiguous goals. The second pillar, asking with faith, emphasizes the power of belief in one's desires. Psychological research on self-efficacy, our belief in our ability to succeed, consistently shows that individuals with high self-efficacy tend to set challenging goals, persist through obstacles, and achieve greater success. This concept is akin to a child's unwavering belief in their ability to succeed, which is often a key driver behind their persistence and effort. Approaching challenges with childlike faith, such as learning a new language, can significantly enhance perseverance and success compared to starting with doubt or skepticism. However, the most effective approach combines this childlike belief with adult planning. Research on goal achievement demonstrates that success often results from a balanced mix of strategic planning, adult element, and strong belief in the plan's attainability, childlike belief. Successful entrepreneurs, for instance, create detailed business plans to guide their ventures while maintaining a deep, unwavering belief in their success, even during tough times. This combination of mature planning and confident belief fuels the journey toward achieving one's goals. The power of doing is a driving force that has long been admired across the world. Research in management and psychology supports the idea of a bias for action, which highlights that individuals and companies that take decisive steps, even imperfect ones, tend to be seen as more dynamic and successful. This preference for action over prolonged analysis underscores the importance of momentum in achieving success. One of the most iconic examples of this is Thomas Edison, whose relentless experimentation, despite numerous failures, ultimately led to groundbreaking inventions. His famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," perfectly captures the essence of continuous action and learning from results. Throughout history, individuals who faced immense challenges, whether entrepreneurs starting businesses in tough economic times or activists advocating for social change, have achieved greatness through persistent action. Their stories are a testament to the power of doing, even in the face of adversity. To encourage immediate action, Modern initiatives like the Grind Buddy Challenge are designed to motivate individuals to take concrete steps toward their goals. This contemporary incentive taps into the concept of gamification, where challenges and rewards are used to boost engagement and motivation. Studies show that gamification elements can significantly increase individuals' drive to take action. The Grind Buddy Challenge, for example, leverages this principle by encouraging participants to share their goals for a chance to win, thereby creating a sense of accountability. Social media challenges like fitness or learning challenges further demonstrate how structured calls to action with a social element can inspire widespread participation. Research also suggests that public commitment to a goal increases the likelihood of achievement, with studies indicating that those who publicly share their goals are more likely to follow through. This form of public accountability encourages action and helps individuals stay focused on their objectives.